Naam, karibu tena. Kongamano la kitaifa kuhusu mishahara linaendelea kwa siku ya pili hii leo hapa Nairobi. Mkutano huu unaangazia mikakati kuhusu mishahara. Hapo jana serikali ilitangaza kuwa hakuna nyongeza kwa wafanyakazi wa umma kwa kuwa kiwango cha malipo kimezidi kilichotengwa kisheria. Hebu tusikize yanayojiri.
Literally tens and tens of casuals in one department. And if I ask them what those casuals are doing on a day-to-day basis, what they do for 8 hours a day, there is no answer. Then we have seen inaccuracies and fraud in the manual payrolls. We have seen exaggerated figures. We have seen figures that should not be in the payroll at all, and all those are contributing to the waste. And then there is the collective bargaining agreements, and I do receive copies of this from the SRC every so often, signed CBAs that give employees power over when to exit the and any salary increases. You have seen the demonstrations that are going on our roads right now. They are about collective bargaining agreements. These bargaining agreements, if with productivity, lead to a lot of waste. Because it's like we are fixing one side of the divide and we are not aligning it to the other side, which is productivity. So we end up with a lot of waste. We have also seen, yes, workforce inherited from the defunct local authorities, and a lot of these are influenced again by CBAs, which have resulted in growth in the wage bill, not matched by growth in revenues. So there is a serious mismatch between the growth in the wage bill and the growth in revenues. So let's look at some of the strategies and action plans for wage bill sustainability. What is it that we can do? And my list here, ladies and gentlemen, is not exhaustive, because I know others have spoken and will speak on some of the measures that we can put into place. Number one, employment measures. Can we carry out job analysis to optimize human resources? By job analysis, I mean we analyze the jobs and we match the skills that are available to the jobs that are available. And SRC is an authority on that. I'm sure they'll tell us what we can do. Then, can we limit new hiring in the medium term? Yes, and especially when we look at the counties, we can see that hiring needs to be stopped for a while as we organize ourselves. Let's look at building capacity in revenue forecasting. And this cuts across. I have seen underperformance in revenues both at national level and at the county levels. So what is our prowess in predicting what our revenues would be to the nearest level that will align us with what we are using in the wage bill? Otherwise, the 35% then means nothing, because the common denominator is not increasing. Then I'm thinking we need to outsource non-core functions. And by non-core functions, there are people who have made it a business to collect garbage, for instance. So we do not need a lot of casual cleaners. If we have outsourced the job to a company, it means that that company can look for its own employees and we pay the supplier a single fee. That is one area where we can stop waste. Then I'm looking at streamlining non-wage compensation to improve transparency and fairness of government pay. And again, I must say that SRC has been doing a good job of this. They have analyzed non-wage compensation, and a lot has been happening in that arena that we can build on as we move forward. then I'm thinking of how we can enhance the capacity of the public service boards to recruit the right staff. And this is mostly when you look at the counties, you find some that operate without public service boards for a long time. Or when they do, the public service boards have been involved. They take sides. They take sides either with the executive or some other political power, and they are not operating at an optimum. If we solved by giving the right boards the job of recruiting the staff, I think half the problem would be solved. And let's get into employing data analytics to get the right proportions. Data analytics, and we have seen that from the productivity. We have been told it is possible to measure productivity. So some of those analytics that I'm talking about are about productivity. How do we appraise the staff, for instance?
Ni msimamizi wa bajeti Margaret Nyakango akizungumza katika siku ya pili ya kongamano kuhusiana na gharama ya mishahara ya wafanyakazi wa umma. Ametaja jinsi hali ilivyo katika kaunti, ametaja baadhi ya kaunti ambazo